Have you ever thought about improving your physical fitness, but you're not sure where to begin? I'm BARNARD. I'm a former personal trainer and now physical therapist and clinic director of Balanced Physical Therapy out here in PRUNEDALE, here to show you where you should focus on yourself. Now, you want to split your body into a couple different main areas and really see where you're struggling in order to focus there and improve your overall fitness. The way I like to look at it are flexibility, stability, strength, and endurance. So if you take a look at your flexibility, that's like when you're feeling stiff, you need to work on your stretching and your mobility exercises. Your stability would be unweighted body weight exercises that can be performed without the use of any added resistance, and you can actually get some resistance just from gravity pushing down onto your body. Now, strengthening exercises are the ones that are really going to get you sweating. They're really more challenging, and that's when you add some increased resistance on top of your body. Now, endurance can be known as like cross-country skiing or endurance running, but it can also just mean how long you're holding an exercise for. Think of like a single leg stability exercise. Now, I'm going to go through each of these stages and give you examples of how to incorporate exercises into each of them and improve you as a whole. Now, it's important to state what the major muscle groups are of the entire body. I used to describe to patients, or clients, when I was a personal trainer, think about your body as a question mark. So looking at you from the side here, if the question mark started at your chest and it ended at your feet, you should think of your muscle groups in that form. So start with your chest. You also need some exercises for the back. Think about the trunk and then also the legs. Usually we split the legs into the pushers and the pullers. So this would be like a squat, this would be like a deadlift. Now, if you're thinking about your body in that question mark format, you can have more of a checklist of what exercises you need to perform that day. A total body day would include your chest, your back, your trunk, and your legs. Some examples of stability exercises for each of those muscle groups are as follows. For your chest, you can do things like a push-up. You can think of different positions to place your hands in order to target different areas of your upper body. For your back, you can think anything where you're pulling. You're pulling back towards you, or you are doing what's called a reverse fly motion. You can also have pulled down movements like that. Think like a prone cobra, a prone Superman, a prone T. Now, moving on to your trunk, you want to think about it in the front, the sides, and the back. So I could do something for the front, such as a sit-up or a plank. For my sides, I could do what's called a side plank, or you could even do a Russian twist, where you're performing a torso twist. For the back, for stability exercises, we like to do things like the prone cobra again, or what's called a bird dog, which we can show you more in the clinic. For your legs, what you can do for stability exercises are just body weight squats. So squatting up and squatting down, feet shoulder width apart, keep your spine nice and neutral, and your knees behind your toes. Now that sums up the stability exercises. Moving on into strength, you want to have a weighted exercise for each of those four main areas of your body. For your chest, think chest press. For your back, you want to do cable rows, barbell rows, dumbbell rows. You could also do a reverse fly where you're pinching your shoulder blades together. For your trunk, you can do a cable crunch. You could also do an oblique crunch where you're doing a lateral flexion movement. For your back, you could do what's called a good morning, where you're hinging at the hips and pulling back with a barbell on your back. Now for your legs, think all the main leg exercises you always see everybody do in the gym. The leg press, you can do the squat. You could do the deadlift for the posterior portion of your legs. Now finally, moving into endurance moves, try to think about holding an exercise for a certain amount of time as opposed to going for repetitions. This will increase the amount of time you're able to perform that movement and really strengthen those stabilizing fibers, the type 1 muscle fibers we have in all of our major muscle groups. This could be something like a wall sit. You could be holding a weight in an isometric fashion for an extended period of time. Or you could even do something for an increased repetition range for a longer amount of time. Now, if you'd like to know more about these topics, be sure to follow us on our social media, BalancePT Move for the Instagram or balancephysicaltherapy.com. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.